What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another video. We kind of had a small update in preparation for tomorrow's video, guys, and it just happened like 20 minutes, half an hour ago. Now that update kind of brought us some new details in the game, talking about the fusion, right? So we had that crazy epic champion that everyone was like, please put that champion in the fusion. Plarium, please, in the name of God, take that epic champion and put it in the fusion for all of us to be able to get a free champion, right? But bang, I got a slap on my face, and then I turned my other cheek, you know, just to see if I can see the champion on the other side. But guess what happened? I got another slap on my other cheek. So that epic champion is not gonna be part of the fusion, unfortunately, guys. Yeah, you heard me right. Now turn your cheeks and get that slap in the face as well. I wasn't personally expecting to put that epic champion, just knowing Plarium, the way they operate, but I had high hopes. Hope dies last, guys. That's what my mom always used to tell me. But hey, my hope just died now because we're not getting that epic champion in here. It's fine. Now, looking at the ones that they're gonna be in the fusion, guys, honestly, none of those epic champions, they look game-changing. They don't look like they're gonna be great for progression either. That's how I'm feeling about them. They require a lot of books. And again, they don't look great for progression. But maybe I'm missing something on it. So we're gonna do a double check on them and see if any of them can actually help us to progress anywhere in the game. Now, the rare champions that we only have 4 rare champions. I would assume we're gonna have to use the exact same 4 rares for every single epic, right? So we gotta make the right decision, especially early accounts. I have this account right here, free-to-play account, super early. It's just day 9 on it, I think, right now. So I gotta be very, very careful with what exactly I'm gonna do. I haven't opened any shards on mine, so I'm literally just with 3 champions so far. But hey, I still have a legendary. We got ninja, cannot complain at all. But we gotta put our hand on a good epic, right? So we gotta make the right choice. Which one of these epics is gonna be the best, right? For which one we're gonna go. So we're gonna double check that in a second as well. The legendary, guys, is kind of like underwhelming, honestly. I tried the champion a bit on the test server and I'm a bit like, yeah, you know, I can, the AI is busted on it. It's just like, I don't know what to think about that legendary champion. Might be getting some sort of a mini rework in the future, a bit of a buff, something, but I'm not counting on it. Like, what is it? August, Pixel, December. It's such a long time, you know, to wait to get a buff on one champion. But it's up to you guys. If you have the resources to go and do the fusion, go and do it. If you don't have the resources to do the fusion, focus on one epic champion or a rare champion if you are looking to get any of them. So in just a few days, on August 5th, which is in a couple of days, guys, you'll be able to fuse a brand new legendary champion from the Knights Revenant faction, Mother Cybele, Bell, whatever you say that name. This force champion will provide great support to your team, healing and speeding up her allies, and will be a strong asset to any collection. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Liar, liar, pants on fire. It's not gonna be a strong asset to my collection. Definitely not. But hey, honestly, I'm not gonna be able to judge her 100% till I'm testing her, and we'll be dropping a video on it tomorrow. Won't be doing it today, guys. But keep an eye on it. See what you guys might think. I am curious what you guys thinking about the fusion as well. Like, any of you kind of getting excited? If those cooldowns will be a bit, will not be that long without books, maybe I would be looking into her for progression, but because of those long cooldowns, I don't really see how she's gonna help me without books, you know. But enough with all this nonsense, guys. Talking about that new clan improvements that's gonna drop in tomorrow's patch, guys. I haven't really paid attention to all the quests right there, right? I read one from here, one from there, one from there. But then more of you guys actually paid attention and read more than I did. And we have some super hardcore ones, so I have a feeling they are trying to make some of them impossible. I don't know why, but killing the spider stage 20 plus only with rare champions from the dwarf faction, man, I don't know how is that gonna happen. We don't have AoE HP burn, we don't have spread debuffs, we don't have enemy max HP heaters. How are these guys gonna do it? You know, like, I'm confused. I don't see it happening, honestly. Only with rare champions, I repeat. Yeah, he brings me HP burn on one enemy. How am I gonna be the spider, man? How? I think they're gonna make some quests impossible. I really think they're gonna do that. But let's have a quick look again at the epic champions, guys. Any of them really worth it from the ones that we know guaranteed that they're gonna be in the fusion. We have Magna right here, defense down on the A1 single target, and it has a 100% chance to land that defense down if the target is under a HP burn. The A2 AoE places an extra hit on enemies without HP burn debuffs. Has a 50% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn on enemies under HP burn debuff. So double hitter on the A2 if they have no HP burn. If somebody has HP burn, he's gonna have a 50% chance to land a stun. Now this champion right here, guys, really needs to have an HP burn champion next to him. If you're not gonna have that, he won't be having any sort of synergy in his kit, right? So yeah, you can get the epic champion from the Doom Tower and pair them together. They might be fun, but alone I don't really see how good he's gonna be. Then we have the A3 attacks one enemy, applies a debuff spread effect, taking 2 random debuffs from the target and placing them on enemies under HP burn debuffs. Also increases duration of a HP burn debuff on all enemies by 1 turn. Will not spread fear, true fear, freeze, provoke, sleep or stun. So right here, guys, again, he needs to have another champion with AoE HP burn in order for this skill to come in play. The passive, this champion heals by 1% of their max HP every time anyone in the battle takes damage. I don't feel this champion good either. Like, honestly, I'm not gonna try to get this one on my account probably. Then we have Cornelia, the creepy dwarf. We have on the A1 40% chance to increase the cooldown of one of the target skills. Then Ascended, a 80% chance to place a sleep debuff on all enemies for 1 turn, fully booked 100% chance. Lower book requirement than the other epics as well. We have a passive effect as well, guys. Whenever an enemy loses a sleep debuff placed by this skill, has a 50% chance to replace it with fear. So this right here is a pretty powerful CC skill, either for a PvP, either for PvE. We could make it work. So already this champion looks better than the other one for me, honestly. Then Revitalizing Rest places a sleep debuff on an ally for 1 turn. Heals that ally by 50% of their max HP and fills their turn meter by 50% whenever the sleep debuff expires or gets removed. Heals that ally by 100% and completely fills their turn meter if the sleep debuff is lost due to taking damage from an enemy. I'm not sure how exactly it's gonna work when Kaimar places a sleep on our allies. Will that count as well towards her passive? How exactly it's gonna work? I am curious. We do have increases ally speed in all battles by 18%. So far, for me, the champion to go for will be Cornelia. But let's have a quick look at the other two, right? We have Jurojin, Spirit Affinity from the Shadowkin, attacks one enemy, and we have a 60% chance to land attack down. Then we have the A2, places a shield buff on this champion for 2 turns equal to 25% of their max HP, then attacks one enemy. Places a provoke debuff for 1 turn. If the target's HP is equal to or lower than this champion's, the provoke debuff cannot be resisted. He does seem to require quite a lot of books for a shield on himself and a single target provoke. Then the A3 attacks one enemy, will ignore 25% of the target's defense, will also ignore unkillable and block damage buffs. Now I kind of like the A3 on this champion, I'm not gonna lie. I like the idea of ignoring defense, unkillable and block damage at the same time. Similar with Rotos. I'm not sure what sort of multipliers he's gonna have, considering that he's a HP based champion and we know usually they're not making them hit too hard, you know. Then the passive will receive 25% less damage from enemy attacks when this champion's HP drops to 50 or below. And we have the aura, increases ally HP in all battles by 25%. I'm still leaning towards Cornelia so far, personally. Honestly, I'm still leaning towards this champion rather than Jurojin. But then we have the last one right here, guys. Tolf the Maimed, void HP from the orcs, right? Now, if will be to go for this one, probably will be just to have him for faction wars as well, next to my Gallic, you know, and his void as well. So we have the A1 attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit heals this champion's this champion by 30% of the damage inflicted. This attack cannot be critical. Not critical. Why? Then the A2 attacks one enemy. When not attacking bosses, inflicts pure damage and decreases the target's HP to 50%. Inflicts damage based on this champion's max HP instead, and places a stun debuff for one turn if the target already has less than 50% HP. Inflicts damage based on this champion's max HP when attacking bosses. This attack cannot be critical. So if this attack cannot be critical, what sort of damage am I gonna deal on bosses? Inflicts damage based on this champion's max HP, and it cannot be critical, so why? Like, yeah, for the rest of the skill, guys, whenever you're attacking a target, pure damage, and you're gonna take his HP to 50% regardless. So I don't know why we have pure damage where regardless, we're just gonna take 50% of the target's HP. It can be good for the Doom Tower, the very high levels where the waves, they have super high HP, but rather than that, I don't see a big use for this champion either. Not critical, not critical. I'm not feeling it. Then the A3, I kind of like this passive. Decreases the value of all enemy shield buffs by 50% at the start of every turn. Then increases this champion's max HP by the same amount, up to 25% of their max HP. So the passive overall is a nice passive. I'm still leaning towards Cornelia and maybe, just maybe, towards this guy. But honestly, I'm not sure what to do. If it's worth it to go for an epic champion. If it's pretty easy to get him, I'll be going to try to get Cornelia and this guy as well, right? But if it's gonna be like extreme, I'm not gonna sweat. I'm not gonna waste all my resources on my account just to try and get one of these epic champions that overall, they're not that great for progression, honestly. They really don't look great for progression. We don't have defense down and attack down. We don't have any sort of heals. We don't have any good sort of CC except that Cornelia with sleep, which is not the best type of CC debuff. They do require quite a few books. Not critical, not critical, not critical, not great for the majority of bosses. No poisons. Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about these epic champions, but do let me know in the comments down below, guys. What do you think of them? We already checked the rare champions yesterday, so we're not gonna go over them as well. But honestly, there is a rare champion that kind of looks a bit decent, that he might be able to do something. I really wish this would have been part of the fusion, but unfortunately is not, guys. Now, this I do like this rare Health Freak right here. I like the swap HP with an enemy, then grants an extra turn, attacks one enemy, 50% chance of stealing all buffs from the target before attacking, and we have a defense down on the A1. But that was all for this video, guys. I know you're all disappointed, same like me. I really wanted that epic champion, but unfortunately, it's not gonna happen. Hopefully, they will be making a guaranteed epic champion from 15 Void Shard for that guy, so as many as us can actually put our hand on it, because he's a dope epic champion, guys. But appreciate all of you watching. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon on another video. Till then, peace out.